you can see that there's a perfect scale. 19% more revenue, MER held, NCAC got better, everything got better. Now, the only thing that we did is we added new creative to Facebook. That is the only thing we did. New creative to Facebook, period. Amazon got better because they have brand protection there. So when we increase 20% spend in Facebook, you get 27% rev in Facebook and a holding MER and better NCAC, which means the people that are now clicking here are going to go buy by Googling the brand name on Amazon. That comes in an 8X. I said, oh, are you increasing spend and increasing the creative on Meta? Don't worry, demand gen and Google are going to look fantastic. So I said, hey, Google Ads, you don't need to spend that much, but you'll still gain 20% more revenue and 22% better NCAC and 29% better MER. Let's just kick up our e-commerce conversion rate by 35%. Let's do that all with 23% less new visits. Yeah. So wait, 23% less people came and first touched this thing, just decided to smoke them with 35% better e-commerce conversion rate. That's not possible unless it was coming from Facebook.
You just swirl around with your mouse.
Yeah, that was my drum roll.
All right, let's get to Yumi. Yumi. I was running VAC for real estate lead generation. Everything was fine. Since changing demand gen, my CTR has increased, CPC has decreased, CPM is about the same, but my lead cost has gone up 6x. And he's got a couple of follow-up questions here. So, same landing pages, same creators, but nothing to do with brings consistent results. Is it worth playing with YouTube sequence or try to test DG, or better to shift to Meta? Because Andromeda sounds exciting. It is exciting.
Was the first comment that they, since changing to demand gen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yes. Yeah. So demand gen, the first thing I would look at when you said change over to demand gen has a lot of like little loosey-goosey things that it spends on. So it's like, I want to launch demand gen. Be like, perfect. You want feed, you want feed, you want in stream, you want shorts, you want display, you want Gmail. I mean, it's like tax on everything. So demand gen is not like changing from YouTube to demand gen. That's almost like saying I was running one campaign type and now I'm running 6.
Mm-hmm.
So if your lead cost goes up 6x, the first few things I would look at inside demand gen is only run on the channels that you want. So get rid of display, get rid of Gmail, get rid of feed. Think about feed. Like feed is like I'm searching on YouTube, things like, best running shoe. And the video is not about a best running shoe, then if that is in a feed, you pay to show that search engine result of your video as an ad to someone that's looking for something that might be a little bit less relevant. So feed is a huge waste of ad spend. Gmail is a huge waste of ad spend. You get cost CPM, you get CPC for opening the Gmail. So you actually pay to impress and pay to open the Gmail. No one's been to your site since. Still, you still haven't driven any traffic, but now you paid twice for those users. So that was where I would say is it's very important to look at what you're spending on in demand gen. Now, I also know that demand gen is about 50 to 75% warm. So I've never made demand gen work, and I've actually proven, I know it's through Northbeam. So I would say that this is something that no one could really ever prove, but here's my question to you all. And this is going to blow everyone's mind. And most people are going to call me a liar and call me an idiot. And this is the difference between the data and reality. Sometimes the data doesn't match reality. Let me just share this with you all. For users of demand gen, I swear it's going to be important. But this is something that cannot be physically possible. Now, we're using Northbeam on this because this client's still Northbeam. But if we look at the state range here, which I believe was this time period, if I remember correctly, let's see. It was probably, I have to look at the exact date range, and forgive me for not having it all the way queued to memory. Okay, it was it's very close.
The fact that you can recall this stuff just like off the top of your head is pretty
I know, it's kind of fun. 9th to the 13th. This one here is very good. Perfect. So I think it was the state range here, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. So this date range here, this is right before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And you know what? I'm going to do first touch just to make it even more fun. Now, this is not a knock. Yeah, right. This is not really a knock against Northbeam, but Northbeam is kind of mirroring the impossibility. So I don't know.
Right.
You can see that there's a perfect scale. I mean, 19% more revenue or spend, 19% more revenue, MER held, NCAC got better, everything got better. Now, the only thing that we did is we added new creative to Facebook. That is the only thing we did. New creative to Facebook, period. I mean, it was me and Rokas. I know the guy. Like, that's all we did. Amazon got better because they have brand protection there. So when we increase 20% in revenue or spend in Facebook, you get 27% rev in Facebook and a holding MER and better NCAC, which means the people that are now clicking here are going to go buy by Googling the brand name on Amazon. That comes in an 8X. I said, oh, are you increasing spend and increasing the creative on Meta? Don't worry. Demand gen and Google are going to look fantastic. So I said, hey, Google Ads, you don't need to spend that much, but you'll still gain 20% more revenue and 22% better NCAC and 29% better MER. Let's just kick up our e-commerce conversion rate by 35%. Let's do that all with 23% less new visits. Yeah. So wait, 23% less people came and first touched this thing, just decided to smoke them with 35% better e-commerce conversion rate. That's not possible unless it was coming from there. Facebook. So demand gen can somehow just
swirl around with your mouse.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a constellation you were making.
That was my drum roll. But
some kind of trapezoid.
Here's what happens is you're saying my demand gen is tanking. I can increase demand gen by 50% as long as I just feed it data from some other source. So how much is demand gen working for you? This, what I mean by this is in an MMM modeling kind of situation in my brain. If demand gen starts to not perform, yes, it could be that it's running on too many channels. But the second thing is you could have actually lost a organic traffic. And now this thing is just struggling for dear life over remarketing. And that's why your costs are going up. That could absolutely be a scenario. We just saw that right here. So just be mindful of that.
Very important. I mean, Waterboy reference. Tier 11 live from ongoing here. Let's see. What is our next question? Oh, we've got a lot of people just saying nice things about you. And
that's nice.
Oh, isn't that great? What ads would you use for generating leads for grease trap cleaning services on Meta?
I would do better. I would actually go to Google and I would do that from an inbound in a really tight radius. Here's my go-to-market plan. If you can't make it work on inbound people looking for you on Google, you won't be able to interrupt anybody's day on Meta and be like, well, those people really like me. So it's like the people that are looking for me won't buy from me. But if I can convince other people who aren't looking for me to buy from me, something's wrong there. The people coming to your store won't buy. Don't run more direct mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a hard thing to explain to some businesses, though. It's like, don't go into the bloody red ocean of the high value keywords or the high cost per click keywords unless you're local.
Yeah.
Really. And you've got like a geographic radius and you've got a good product and you've got a good offer.
Yeah. Dentists near me. Those people never go to dentists.
Never said never. Up to you, and the top is the top. I'm not really sure what that means, but I think that's good. Thomas has a question because Thomas is a long-time listener, a long-time watcher, so we are giving preferential treatment to these people. How do you tell them? He's a VIP, really, here. It's like he pays extra to watch.
Yeah.
Pays in euros, so that's good in Australia.
Hey,
how do you? Actually, probably not good for us. How do you tell the gatekeeper that you want to retarget the planted audience by writing it into the ad copy?
You really can't.
You can't. Yeah. So we call it our audience again, and like in the very old days, the thing we got punished for. Interesting. There's caveats to this. He might be talking about like the healthcare niche, like got back issues. You know.
So, if you're looking to, here's my question is, what is your prospecting frequency? And why wouldn't that be counted as retargeting? That's my question. I think we're thinking of this wrong. You're saying I still want Meta to go back and give me an exact audience that I can create in my own campaign and then tell it to go hit those people. And I don't believe that's actually very possible anymore. It's still there. No. It's just not under your control.
Right.
So if you're
within the audience that you're targeting anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you
Meta decides.
Right. And that's the part too, is here's what's great. And this is how I am saying that people really need to start to adopt this new level because it is something that if we still say, but how do we go back? You can't. You really can't. Like it's not possible anymore. What we have to look at things is, okay, well, if I can't retarget an audience that I want, how do we retarget? And that's actually kind of built into the Andromeda framework. So as an example, this right here technically could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ads to one person.
Right.
Now, did they click on ad number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
It's
or
just
9,
one
or 10?
example, by the way.
One example is coming right from Meta.
Yeah.
But this one here, you're saying how the people that I'm hitting 12 times, how do I retarget them? Like, well, that's not a fair statement. Is if this ad is getting hit by 12 times as an example, because let's say you have one audience that we know is super susceptible that you really have to call them out and then it will re-engage them. Retargeting means they clicked. Re-engagement means they didn't click. You don't even know if they did or not. You can see that on your side, but you can't actually tell Meta to do that. And that is actually happening as a chance. So what the algorithm is doing is saying, I'm going to take your most interested people, and whether they click or not, I'm showing them 10 ads. And it's going to show them 10 ads, and the ads that it shows them is what you're giving Meta. So if you say, hey, I have these 10 people, whether they click or not, if they click, I need to show them that. If they don't click, I need to show them that. That's not possible anymore.
Yeah.
It means, am I getting the right... By getting the right diversified messaging to fully explain my pain point and hook or offer and unique selling proposition and unique value proposition and offers to these people in any succession, regardless of if they clicked. Because 2 clicks versus 6 clicks before sale is not really going to make or break your day, but that's how you have to adopt this new methodology.
It's almost like the old days when there was the e-com ad amplifier, which is something that we engineered 7 years ago, like in in and around that point. It's like you would get people at the top of the funnel who have never visited your site. You would have exclusions. It would work. People who had visited your site, you didn't target. It really did work. But then people who actually clicked in page view or watched a video, you would target them with a different ad. And then maybe somebody who went into view content, saw a product, we would DPA them, or you would show them a different ad, or somebody who added to cart. Like, you can't separate that out anymore. Or purchasers. Like, if anything, Meta will take all those audiences and say, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do what I want to do.
And it's exactly right. And what's funny is now it's up to the user to decide if they will even be inside the re-engagement. What I mean by this is, if we look inside, and I know we're kind of running long, but there's so much more stuff that we have to actually get through too. And I'm not going to go through it all of it right now. But if you look at this as an example, go into your columns and then look at the difference between clicks all.
Yeah.
And then your clicks. Let's do this. Yeah. Clicks all. And then the unique outbound link clicks, and then look at the highest spending ad here. This is clearance, and you can actually see that I have, we could look at the high spending ads, the differences between the clicks and the outbound clicks. Sometimes one has 5,000 compared to 15,000. That's 3x. Then some have 1,700 compared to 8,000. Some have 2,000 compared to 34,000. So you don't see that it's actually going on high and low and outbound clicks. It's actually going not really high and low, but the higher spending ones and below sometimes have 12 times more clicks. Why? Well, the 2,000 versus 24,000 here as an example, that difference of 2,000 and 24,000 because someone took a look at this and said, why is that dog staring at me? Let me click and then read the story about how this dog had multiple tumors and is now being nursed back to life. And now this dog is happy and has 5 more years when they were only given 3 months to live. Did I need to get them to the site to sell my product? No. So I don't even remarket this user because they haven't made it to my site. But next, they're going to see a product ad for me, and I'm going to go from a 377 NCAC down to a 311 NCAC because I said, hey, remember that dog that we nursed back to health? We did it this way. They still haven't been to my site.
Yeah.
So what am I remarketing to? It's not that way anymore. We have
cool.
These are the Wally fat people. These are the Wally fat people. It's a feed in front of them. They say click, and then it's not there anymore.
It's a new age. It's Wally
New
fat
age.
people all over again. We've got a choice. I know
we have so many more. I have to go, everyone. We have to probably do like some sort of community or something because we have like 50 more questions and we don't have enough time to teach 2 different lessons and answer everyone's questions in an hour, everyone.
But we did spend a lot of time on Thomas's question just because he's a long
We did,
and
but I also think that everyone could be benefit from that.
Yes, I do think so. 100%. And I'm not going to Austria, by the way. We decided that we're
My wife nixed that because we're going to New Zealand in January now. So anyway, Thomas, next time I will definitely ask for travel advice from you.
Thank you so much for everyone coming on and asking questions, engaging. The Tier 11 Ad Lab here, cooking up chaos in the Performance Kitchen. Check out our creative diversification package over at tier11.com/CD. John Moran, always a hell of a time every Friday, 2:30 Eastern. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.